Alright, welcome back to episode 2 of my The World of Terrifying Silence playthrough. That's what we're playing this time around. This is a recording and not a stream mod, so there will be a little more... Well, the people who wanted the recordings will be happy with that one. There's a good chance I have to pause this halfway through. I have exactly 2 hours available. This is the... I think the next week or two is going to be fairly crazy for the semester, so you're probably only getting one of these videos a week. I might be able to stream next week's, depending on how that looks. Hopefully the week or two after will be 2 again, but it's just the point in the semester where everyone decides that you need a project since you've just had spring break and you should be rested. So it's gonna be fun. Now, in the previous episode, we completed January. It is now the 1st of February, and in the base here, we have a lot of money. And I'm not sure what else is here. Now, if we go to build facilities, can we actually get the large wide array sonar? Yes. 25 days, but we are going to want this. USOs are going to start appearing now. We can only catch them when they're landed, but they do land, unless they're very small, in which case I'm going to completely ignore them. I mean, I guess I could try and shoot it down with this thing. Just seems like a bad idea. Crew, we are down. The fuel tank's enabled, which is why we only have 6 spaces. I'm just gonna presume the equipment is fine. This is new music. And the audio should work. I believe the reason the audio didn't work in the previous recording was that the stream was also using it. I'll be able to use desktop audio in the recording, but I don't have desktop audio on in case... Well, there's a number of reasons. Pretty much any background noise I don't want coming into the video. That also means that I'll probably just be throwing these stream VODs into the playlist. They won't have timestamps because I'm only recording timestamps for the recordings, but it's fine. I guess I will link the unlisted recording with timestamps under the stream VODs, since I am still going to upload them for my own use. Just because it's a lot easier to tab through those than recordings. Now, let's actually get into the game here. Objectives, AKM. This shouldn't take all that long, right? Very short project. I think that's 10, 10, 5, 5, so it should be 30, which means if we 50% of the time we should get that in a day. Unless the dashes and equals mean something different. Then I remember. Medikit would be useful. The shrimp light drone is something we'll want sooner than later. The cuttlefish light drone... it depends on self-propelled projectiles, which depends on special weapons acquisition, which we've researched. I think. I'm going with we haven't. Surface weapons acquisition? Oh, special weapons acquisition is something different, isn't it? Oh, that is something we already have. It's the one that gives us access to the, the ADS. This is what comes from... That's not what I wanted. Alright, well, I could navigate back to that, but if we go... This leads us to the X-Rifle, but... Where was I looking? You go to Cuttlefish. That depends on you? Cuttlefish? Where was I looking? Self-propelled surface weapons. Wait, is that all it depends on? Oh, it's just up at the top here. Yeah, I thought we needed to do something a little more for that, but that's fine. This leads us to the jet harpoons and dart weapons, right? Yes. Dart autogun, dart clip. The dart autogun was fun in the playtest because it has a shotgun ammo type. Fires like 3 or 4 darts per shot, although you only get 2 shots, so... We ended up using it against Gilman when those finally showed up. And it took, well, the whole clip to kill one of them. Which... we'll make do. I do believe Gauss actually matters in this, even if half the aliens are near immune to it. And Sonic is quite far away. But I don't think I need to actually do any maintenance here. Well, I guess I should probably build facilities. The training pool, somehow, we still have mostly filled. The workshop, do I want more technicians? What are we making? We probably do want a few of those. How many scientists? Lab space level 25? Have we purchased scientists? I guess this is probably what I want the money for. How much Okay, so we're limited to 51... We're limited to 51 new hires. Gonna go... something like this. Because that'll fill up the lab. Wait, will it fill up the lab? Yes, it will. Each lab has 25 space, and the command center building has an extra 5, which is why we're at 30 right now. It's not 30 per lab, though I did make that mistake in the test run. Aquanauts, I kind of think I want another... Maybe not that many, I was going 6. But I think I will leave those out for now, since we only have this much capacity. Those will come in a bit, and that is the one bit of maintenance I actually had to do with our money. And yeah, here's your headquarters. Okay. And as much as well, if we were still doing the playtest run, I'd try and shoot this down to see what happened. But our plane is not durable enough to actually survive this if it decides to fight back, so we're not going to do that, because it also never lands. Good. That took longer than it needed to. It's a weapon, but what we really care about is surface weapons acquisition. Ah, and our scientists came in. No, I wanted to go to base here. Are we just selling these? Have we made any for the craft yet? I don't remember, it's been like a week. No. We have a scout drone. Oh, is that the surface scout drone? Yeah. Okay, let's make 2 of these. Oh, we're still selling? Hold on, stop that. There we go. Good. I don't even know why I bothered to search. It's instinct to search through this because of how many... because of how many items you're used to having by even an early stage of the mod. Surface weapons acquisition. Now this is useful because it gives us the X-rifle and stun grenades. Both of these are only useful or usable on the surface, but the stun grenade is just a standard grenade that has stun damage, which is great for stunning targets. I also would have to look at the resistances, but it's very possible that the stun grenade is something that people have less resistance to, rather, well, unlike the grenades. And the X-Rifle is pretty much the best weapon we're going to get outside of the laser rifle, which ignores some armor, which is useful against specific targets later on. But we also need to capture a laser item for us to be able to research that. Now, we need this. It's going to take forever. This is useful. It's going to take a quarter of the time. This is required for flying submarines, so I think I'm going to go here. Nah, self-propelled. Does this directly lead to... Yes, this directly leads to more items, which we need for super cavitating ammo anyway. I think I should start here. Because this leads to the flying submarine, which takes a good while. Which then leads to the Triton, which takes less time. This is just expensive more than anything. We should try to have the Triton researched by the end of the month so we have money for it. Or so when we have the money for it, we can start building it. This is something we want to purchase. So X-Rifle here, we'll take a quick look at the stats. 40 armor piercing damage, higher than pretty much anything you're going to see. I think the laser rifle has 35, but it only has 50% armor effectiveness. Well, only. Enemies only get 50% of their armor against it, which is really useful. There's nothing too crazy in here. It's just looking at the accuracy stats, this is significantly better than any of the other weapons. And does it have a max range? 45? That's still quite good, and aimed is up to 40, so... You can't really shoot much further than that anyway, since line of sight and, I mean, even the size of maps might limit you there. So we're going on a bunch of those, and I'll take a look at the stun grenade. 12 is what we want for the Triton. They're not too expensive. We'll probably just go up to 16 and grab a bunch of ammo for it. Did I ever build the large storage facility? It'd be in the bottom left if I did. I wasn't paying any attention to that. Somewhere down here is the stun grenade. Die grenades we only have 60. I probably should knock that up to 100. And stun grenades are above where I'm looking. Do I really need a full 100? I don't think so. We'll leave this at, say, 70. And I will want more of the blast grenades, especially if we encounter Zarkwood. Which means we have a couple of research goals, don't we? So self-propelled then leads to heavy aquatic weapons, which leads to the gas cannon. We need the gas cannon. Pretty much before March, I'd say. Just trying to think. Because the Zarkwood is pretty much only killable by the gas cannon with high explosive rounds. And I do think it's probably in the enemy pool here for the underwater activity mission. But it's not the only thing in the pool, so we probably just have to gamble on that one. There are a couple of specific missions where we'll need the gas cannon, but we also need the Triton at that point so that we don't get shot. So I think we're fine. I'm still going to work towards the Triton primarily. And there's only going to be a handful of missions. Good. I should probably put you on the craft now. We'll want 8 of you, and however many of these? 16. We don't need the AKM. The scout drone we put on situationally. We want 16 of these. Oh yeah, we also made our particle disturbance sensors. That looks good. Now hopefully we encounter something other than a very small, because I would like to capture one of these things. Because these things just keep doing flyovers. It's gone. Okay. And I mean, you are supposed to do more of the, these types of missions. Oh, come on. So you see this little ring here? This is the flight range of our current craft. And you'll notice that this is outside of that range. So there's quite literally just nothing we can do about that. This is a more... oh, come on. I think we can get to this one. We can. Okay. Let's select you. So we want to pop back into that menu when we're done. Now, equipment inventory, you all have the generic diving suit. But we need to get you a new loadout. So I believe 1, 2, 3... okay. So 0... 9, 8. The number keys along the top of your keyboard can be used for hotkeys. I'm just using the ones starting from the right and working across to the left for surface weapons. This is odd, as it looks like it should be a bigger item than it is. I mean, it's not, but the fact that it's displayed sideways like that. Actually, hold on. Give me this. Drop this, this. Give me X-Rifle and stun grenades. Is there anything else surface specific I think I want? I don't believe so. We do also have the DP-64 grenade launcher here. This is something that could potentially kill the Zarkwood, but the high explosive is still not all that impressive. So we're more likely to run out of ammo than actually kill everything. Oh, you had the... what, 2? I might leave you with this and just swap your grenades around. Make that 9. And that is good enough. Somebody else should have extra weight in here, I'm sure. Oh, you could take this loadout. You could take a scanner, you could take a scanner. Okay, there we go. Okay, that'll do. Now, the despawn cost on this mission is only 200. We're gonna have to do this thing at night, too. So there's a very distinct chance that not doing the mission is less costly than doing the mission, but we will have to see if this is playable or not. We have... Did that prime the whole stack? Okay, it did not. Yeah, there's a chance that... Well, it depends what spawn we get. We should be able to handle this, hopefully. Our weapons are... What is this spawn? This is a new one. There's a couple different versions of this map, and I have not seen this one yet. If I turn off lights... Okay, so this is the danger zone there. Why? There's nothing there. Okay, you can't throw. We probably want somebody a little closer to throw this one. Guys, come on. I mean, we can probably see up there just fine, but... No, give me this. That's better. This is kind of what I was expecting to see. You have a flamethrower, which means you can't react. You have... Well, there's 4, though. I don't know if you can gracefully pick up 4 of these. I just want to get these off the ground and into somebody's pocket so that they stop putting out light. I don't know where this door goes. Oh, this is the lowest floor. Okay. So there's nothing below us. I might like this map unless it keeps going forever. That's a pretty big map. But it also looks like it's a fairly flat map. Okay. This is manageable. And that means that nobody should be in this room. You're standing on a smoke grenade, which is fine. Auto gives you... This thing has remarkably long range. I don't know if I want you to shoot because there's a good chance you hit your friends. Oh, you have a grenade launcher. Wait, 2 of you have grenade launchers, don't you? Aimed shot? Oh, come on. What is the range on this thing? Really bad. Okay, you might be swapping weapons. For that matter, you should start swapping weapons now. And the fact that you have 31% even at this range, I'm just going to give it to you. Yeah, take another 3 shots. Okay, and you lived. Yeah, you're gonna drop all of this and grab one of these. I guess you could be the guy to... Well, no, this doesn't weigh all that much. You'll just hold on to those. No, you don't have the time units to do anything. You don't have the time units to do anything. You do have time units. But I don't know that I want you shooting across this lane here. You get a snapper, an auto, 34, take the auto. Good job. I don't think you want to drop the smoke here. This smoke and this smoke should cover most of you. You standing in the dark? I hope you're out of sight. You might have to run all the way out to here, though. How far do you see? So you can see to the door here. What if you look something like this? Now, if they have night vision and you die, I don't know why the humans have night vision, but unlucky. Okay. Yeah, so they can't see you. And there's our laser weapon, which we hopefully get access to. Oh, civilian in that room. Thankfully it was only a civilian. Now where's our grenade launcher guy? You need to take the lead. There we go. just a flamethrower, you don't have the ability to react, although you don't have the ability to shoot that far. Okay, you can only see this guy. Oh, you can only fire a snapshot too. Yeah, go for it. Good job. I don't really know that I was expecting that to work, but it did. You're going to stand over here, and the rest of you are going to start working around this side. There's a way out here. I don't know if you probably do... Well, no, because there's nothing here. This should be a relatively safe spot to stand in. So I'm going to leave you there staring at the door. The rest of you can work around this side. These might explode. I probably don't want to be here. I just want night vision on at this point. Okay, and lighting-wise, I do think you guys can be seen. Smoke's going off here. You two should be safe. And we'll see if anybody's still over here. Damn. I mean, 40 damage should be enough to guys. Shoot back. Thank you. Oh, unless you're the guy with the grenade launcher. I guess it's fair enough that you didn't shoot back, but... Oh, wait, you have this thing. No, you have this thing. You've gotten fired 2 whole shots. You are in the way. You guys couldn't quite see as far as I'd have liked because of the smoke. I do think reacting to the next couple of guys who wander out of the smoke at us is a good idea. Something like this. If we'd managed to get rid of all of our flares, or put them into backpacks, just standing way back here would have been great. Because the smoke bloomed a bit too far, I'd like to go up top. But I think that's a bad idea. You have, yeah, we have 1 flare we can throw. We should be able to throw this pretty far. I'd like it all the way up here. Good job. Do you have 1? You do have 1. Time units are only 30. I'd like you to have enough to shoot. Same with you. Okay, we're gonna... Well, do you have flares? You have 2. Do you have strength? No. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we know there's people up here. Ooh, flamethrower. That's bad. Are you on fire? You are both on fire. Is there any way to put out fire gracefully? If we had a medikit, I think the answer to that would be yes, but we don't. And does running through the fire hurt you? No. Different mod. Yeah, the smoke was a mistake, this further forwards one. Now, if we had to leave, could we leave? We could just up and leave. You're one of the people... You have really high firing. Yeah, because now we have to evaluate how valuable these people are who are going to die. We probably don't want to lose this group. Now, if I could do anything, to stop them from burning, that'd be nice. We have items. Do we care about any of this? I guess the launcher is nice, but everything else is disposable. If you had to run back, take you 21, you pick this thing up for 8. Okay. We've killed a number of guys. But I'm still at the point where I'm trying to decide if the loss of points is... Because we only would have lost 200 for not attending this. I do think we're probably in the range of losing 200 again. I also wish I knew how many enemies on average are on this mission, because if I knew that, then the 5 we've taken out? Any of the blips that doesn't have a light source around it is an enemy. I think we've gotten about 5. Yeah, because I'd rather not just have 2 soldiers burn, and the fire might not last all that long. I don't know if this, because there's some extra info in here. General, is there just... There was just a generic info section, right? I don't see anything specific to fire damage. Because if I could guarantee there was some way to put this out, like dropping a smoke grenade on your feet, that'd be cool, but I don't think we have that option. Fire does a lot of damage from experience, so we're just gonna have to leave. So you can go ahead and grab the gun, not that this has been all that useful to us. Run over to here and drop the gun. You run back. Run back. Yeah, you guys can run pretty far, so... And everybody's inside the zone. Yeah, it was worth more points to not attend. Stat-wise, yielded good. Realistically, there will be more missions that we can actually attend, otherwise, I mean, I guess we're doing a round 2. And if that is the case, then I'll post this, and we'll end up doing another first day stream. Yep. Okay. This is what we're waiting for. Oh, come on. I think it'll land a second time, judging by how it's flying around. I need you to land during the day, though, please. Oh well. Of course, this is how the month is going to go. Good. Heavy aquatic weapons. Do I start with heavy? I feel like I start with a medkit since I think that's caused us a couple of problems already this run. I mean... How far into the month are we? We're at the 18th already? No, we're gonna do something else for research. We're just gonna have to deal with that. Which means... propulsion here we're gonna need. Which leads to submarines, which leads to the Triton. Okay, this might take forever. The workshop, however, we should be able to make some jet harpoons. And these are remarkably cheap. Like about 16, I'd say. Just so we have the option to lose a couple. And I think harpoon clip is what we're going for here. I'm going to make, let's say, 40 of these. They only have 9 ammo, but we're going to get a better version of this ammo that costs just a little more money. So I think this should be good enough. Go ahead and drop that. How long is it going to take to make the ammo? 2 days. versus 10 days. Yeah, so we're going to start with the ammo so we can start deploying them fairly soon. Suspicious shore settlement. I would like to not do this at night. However, I have a couple options here. You all are wounded. This we don't need. Which means we can take 2 more people. And equipment here, we can use loadout 0 across pretty much everybody. You're good enough for a scanner. We're done using that item. Does not have the range for surface missions. You're already equipped. You're not quite strong enough. And there we are. Despawn's gonna be something like 50. Fuel is at full, I think. Hold on, actually, if I return to base, the timer can't be that long. So my theory is that the timer only ticks down on hourly ticks, but I can't confirm that. Yeah, I also haven't put no timestamps. What are we, 31 minutes in? It's probably 20 or so for the terror boat. And then we have settlement. And this one's at about 32. And we went ahead and equipped everybody ahead of time. What is this? Hold on. No. Alt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay. Yeah, so that's how it's gonna be. You managed to miss a shot at point blank. That guy took 3. Okay, and you have a shotgun, but there's no way you have range, which is why I'm not concerned about shooting. At this point, since they all have shotgun, well, they could have lasers. They should mostly have shotguns. I kind of don't want to smoke if I don't have to. Do you have the range for this? You do. Oh, and you can fire even more shots. What is your accuracy? Almost 70. Okay. We're getting really high firing accuracy soldiers, unless the training pool trains that. Okay, can you actually shoot at this guy? Yes. Not as effectively as I'd like, but yes. Okay. The fact that they don't shoot back is really helping us here. Okay. So at this point we're going to stand in a line. And hope they don't have explosives. You haven't had to do much of anything yet. How far do we... Oh, we can go quite far this way. These little boats, how we got here? No, we have the plane that drops us off. Is this little boat... Are these little boats how they got here? Yeah, you should spread out a little more. Now, I know it's possible for them to have advanced weapons, but it's month... Uh-oh. They have advanced weapons, but they're panicking. Yeah, these are the guys that we're standing in a field for. And our auto shot is pretty much to the edge of our line of sight. 25. 25 tile range. Though we are suddenly missing. Okay. Alright, we got him. I think we're gonna stand here for another turn. Yep, that is why. Good job. Go ahead and auto-fire at this guy again. There's a very clear path to shooting at him now. You've done a very good job of leveling everything in the way. Oh, you're just barely out of sight. Are you hitting anything in the back? No. Good job. Okay. And we're gonna give it another turn. Yeah, so long as one of them doesn't walk into our line of sight, I'm gonna consider it fairly safe to advance. Though I'm not enjoying the hedges. Okay, this guy decided to finally freak out. We'll go ahead and shoot you once. Twice. We do need to capture one of these, I think. I don't think we got away with that the first time around. Which means we'll need to hit one of the guys who's panicking with a harpoon. Uh-huh. Okay. We're here. Oh, there's no line in this part of the little cursor here. I always use that line to gauge whether or not I'm clicking on the right thing. Are you panicking? No, you're not. Alright. Did they surrender? Awesome, okay. That's super useful. Stat-wise, I think all of you got stats, not all of you successfully shot something. Well, no, because you wouldn't have gotten... whatever, okay. Not everyone got accuracy out of it. Which is fine. Shotguns, we love these. Explosives are not that great. There were 3 shard pistols. And about 17 guys here. Now I'm gonna do... no, I'm gonna get rid of... well... I'll do this, I think. Because they're both mutant... all the variants of them are considered mutants, both the melee and ranged ones. So just having one of each is good enough, and I do think that we will get a corpse upon interrogating this guy. And score-wise, that's enough to offset the one mission that we missed. I think one has also despawned, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, hold on. Crew, you two are out, so I can put the fuel tank back on. I do think some of you are good enough to swap out, since you've essentially become an elite. You're up there. I think if you have 70 plus accuracy, I should consider pulling you off. You're on... yeah, but you... maybe not. I want something like 60 time units and 70 accuracy. Good. Okay, we want... what do I want? I don't think I'm getting the submarine by the end of this month. I kind of want the ammo. Oh, that takes forever too. There's a lot. Okay, hold on. We want this, we want this, we want... not much. We want the mutant. Is the mutant gonna take... mutant's gonna take a while, but I think interrogations... well, that might just be an XCOM Files thing where interrogations are worth lots of points. Oh, and I want the shotgun. To the point where I think I start with the shotgun. Good, we want the jet harpoons now. It's a shotgun. It has nice stats. For anything that's unarmored, this is our primary weapon, but... I mean, this plus lasers might actually be the strategy. As much as the X-Rifle is good, we just never managed to capture a laser weapon. Now from here, I kind of want the mutant, so researching a lot of these, unlocking things like Cult of the Drowned God, that unlocks new mission types, and I'd like to have those available by the start of next month. Yeah, and I'd like to purchase shotguns. We already have 3. Go up to 11 and buy a bunch of ammo. Can we do this one? Yes. I think that requires the fuel tank, though. How many jet harpoons do we have? Hopefully... Ah, great. Yeah, because there's your clip. Okay. We're stuck with the ADS for this one. Who had 52? I might swap you out. I think you're good enough. Oh yeah, okay, you're good enough. Although you're also in the training pool, so hold on. Where is crew? You can go straight to the top. Okay. Seafloor is in, and you need the underwater equipment minus probably a flare. I don't know if the aliens are needed alive or dead for a lot of these. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead... Yeah, we definitely need the fuel tank for that one. And this is our vicious activity. What letter did I flip? That one. Okay. Ooh. Change of plans. You better catch this. Okay. Yeah, let's adjust the timestamp, huh? It'd be really nice having the jet harpoon now. Landed USO. Ladmid. Landed. There we go. Okay, you all have equipment. We don't have the scanners in use. We now have the scanners in use. Do we want... No, I don't think we do. Now, it would be nice to have a full 8 guys, but I don't think returning to base to try and pick up 2 to then go and get this thing again is going to be worth it. We've been here before. You are probably not the guy to sacrifice shooting the Aquatoid turn 1. All of you have really good accuracy. I have a feeling the pool trains this. Oh, and that's a sonic pistol, too. Whoever gets shot by this thing is dying. Though I do think it probably only gets 1 shot, unless the... unless the time unit counts for sonic weapons has changed. You have the least impressive of the stats of people standing right here, so I'm gonna have you shoot at it. Good job. If we had a medkit, I would take that alive. Now we are going to continue doing our smoke creep strategy. The fact that it's turn 1, they have 50% of their time units, but that's still enough to kill somebody. So we're just gonna run with this. Now, how big is the map? Oh, come on. Yeah, it's a big map. Okay. Okay. It's still alive. I mean, we only shot it once and it went down, which is nice. Can I get you to here? There we go. We're going to be very slowly walking across the map, and you're dead. Have I even built an alien containment? Did I even research an alien containment? That might be what I wanted to spend money on. I don't know that I did. We found the sub, which means all of you guys are going to have to head this way. I'm also going to pull one of you three to head this way. You two can continue walking around the side. And you have smoke. Ooh, okay, this is not going to be fun. We have scanners, though. Someone has scanners. I swear if both of them are on the group of two there. Of course. Okay, well, you guys are just going to have to throw one of those in this direction like it's a grenade. Who's the strongest? 41, 41. Alright, so who's the closest? That is ammo. There you go. And you are strong enough to carry this, right? Yes. That is a pistol. We probably throw grenades at this guy. Ooh. Ow. Wait, that's a heavy, isn't it? Or is it a rifle? I mean, it shot you once. What is your accuracy? It has tanked a little bit. So you're at 12, you go down to 10, be 18, 13. You get two, well, I guess you get two different firing actions. I'll give you both of. Okay. You have spotted the alien, you haven't. You have thrown something. Can you? No, there's no way you get away with throwing another thing. You, on the other hand, should be good enough to prime and throw the grenade all the way to... Don't you have 40 strength? You do. What are you... 13. Where did that go? Oh, it landed here. That's nowhere near close enough. I should have thrown it to you, I guess. Uh, 30, 15, that's 45. You're not there yet. Okay. In that case, put it back, grab a smoke. Throw that instead. That's close enough. Now we have 10 turns to get you out of here. I'm not sure we're gonna make that. Yeah, and you see the alien, you should drop this. Hopefully the grenade does something. And you two... kind of just fumbling around here. Is there anything else out here that we see? Not really. Yeah, okay. So the grenades are effective against the octoids at least. Okay. That's pretty much what I expected. And I walked fairly far forwards. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, both of you have the opportunity to throw a grenade at it. That's not an impressive display. That might do something. I might want you to throw a grenade too. I think we're gonna have to go for it. Where did that... Did it double up? There might be two grenades here, which should be good. No, it's right here. This tile. What is the range on one of these things? What is the blast radius on one of these things? 5. You're in range? You're in range, you're... Okay. You might live. How far away can you run? Fairly far. Yeah, and you have the scanner, so... You don't see anything. Oh, and you're out of smoke. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be turn for us. Oh, it bled out, okay. There's another alien. You don't have grenades to throw, you do. I mean, you do have grenades to throw, you don't have time units to throw grenades. Range? Maybe you do have time units to throw a grenade. 15, that is good enough. That is a terrible throw. And have we made it to the edge of the map yet? Oh, come on. This map just goes on forever. You lived, you should start heading back this way. This is a fairly wide open map. Yeah, we didn't even hurt that guy. We have one more smoke. We should probably try and get as far as possible before even trying to use that thing. And you haven't moved. You have a pistol now. Do you have grenades? You have one grenade. Range? 15? Is this close enough? Great, I guess you get to throw another... And now you're out of time units. Okay, you're just gonna hold that thing. I almost want to shoot it, but I'm pretty confident that's going to go wrong. We'll have you back up, and we'll swap for you. Do you have the time units to fire a snapshot through? Yes, but I'm not taking a 4% accuracy shot. This map really does just keep going. Okay. How far do you get? I think you sprint this turn to make use of the last smoke. Well, you should walk this distance first. Or you decide to run. Okay, this is fairly flat. So it should be this area mostly cleared. This entire corner is going to be a pain. And now is the question of, is he still standing there? No. Okay. And you have the primed grenade. I don't know that I want you to really scout. You're out of time units. Step forward 2. Okay. Something's probably going to be out here sooner or later. Number of aliens on board this thing. We've killed 4? 3? We've killed 3. I saw something there. What did I see? Why did it flash over here? I mean, if it's close enough for you to see it, this will show us. Okay, we're not in danger. I'm not really sure what that was. Okay. And he's back. Can you throw? Range. How is this out of range? Oh, you're only 33 for strength. Pass the grenade. That's not quite close enough. Back up a tile? I can probably see this far. Can you aim and... no. You might be able to aim. Can you see it, though? Well, yes, but you missed. And I guess not see, but you have a angle to actually shoot at it. You two delayed the turn because... ooh! Take that. And you two delayed the turn because... Something popped up and I wasn't sure what it was. Now, since we kind of have to use the terrain, I would like to get to this wall. Do you need 15? I mean, having enough fire reaction shot's more of a comfort than anything. I don't expect you to hit anything with it. Yeah, we're sprinting up to the wall at this point. You do need a full-blown sprint so you can pull this out and use it. Both inside. And do you have a smoke left? No? Yes? No. You can't even afford to drop yours, so... You're gonna stand over here instead. Do you have time units or are you just against the wall? You are just against the wall. Alright, this is the dangerous turn. We appear to be fine. I don't know that anybody actually walked outside here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll handle that in a minute. What is going on over here? We are nowhere near the edge of the map. It kind of looks like we're safe in this direction. So I'm just going to assume that we are. You two will stand over here. I don't know what I want to do about this, because we don't really have the ability to react. I kind of think you stand here and you stand here and we just deal with it. I'd like you to move out to probably here. And drop your smoke. Because this is a much better scan on what's going on inside. Move you closer next time. Move you two. Okay, we've killed 5 aliens. There are... you're in here, and this is this design. Of course it is. Okay. There are other designs of USO that aren't quite as painful to deal with. Okay. We don't even have the range to shoot to the edge of our line of sight. As disappointing as that is. Are we there yet? We are just about at the edge of the map. If you guys get through this turn, then I guess you just got to stressfully walk around the entire map. And at that point we have to figure out how to clear this thing, but we'll have 5 bodies for that. That's why I'm mostly holding position right now. I'm kind of hoping that you two find nothing, or kill the only something that you find. We're not quite the edge of the map. I'm gonna have you walk all the way to the edge of the map. Good. Okay. Enemy in here. Scan? Nobody's outside. And that confirms it. You're no longer standing inside of a smoke, which means I kind of want... is this safe over here? Doesn't look like it is, judging by that line of sight. This is probably reasonably safe. The best case scenario might be to crouch... Well, no, because if they walk out far enough now, you're just gonna have to stand here. Okay. And you keep patrolling back and forth from here to here. Somebody with an auto shot should be able to take that guy out. It is turn 14, which means I probably want to start killing these guys before they run outside. What do you need? 13. Remarkably, they all seem to have spawned over here. And we know of at least 3... I don't know that I trust this position. It gives you... If somebody walks out the door, you have respectable accuracy. Hopefully they shoot the terrain in front of you instead of you. You two are moving forwards. Okay. And I think this is the next turn. Why did you move so much? So what I really want you to be over here, but I think that's where these two are going to end up. So I kind of think we just stand here for the turn. And if something was back here, we'd have seen it by now, right? That's what it looks like. Okay, one door opened, and somebody is here again. Oh, it is not the same design. What did you just shoot? You managed to shoot the alien once out of 3, and thankfully it died. Yeah, 30 AP is good enough, I guess. It looks like there's only 3 aliens in here. But we're gonna have the other team with the scanner scan over here and see what happens. Speaking of, are you the guy with the scanner? No, that is you. Energy, that's fine. You've spotted... Ooh. They're not in here yet. Do you have the energy to keep doing this? Yes, you do. That's a dangerous weapon. I need you to not miss your point-blank shots. And this guy appears as though he's trying to run outside, so good luck to... Well... Yeah, good luck to you. I'm gonna have you kneel. Hopefully that reduces how... Doesn't matter. You survived. Okay. That is fine. Remarkably good mission. There were only 8 aliens, though. That makes things a lot easier. Stats for everyone who lived, loot-wise, we get a ton of items. I think the Sonic items are more worth selling. The Shard Cannon is just barely more valuable than the Sonic Pistol. And Shard Flasks appear to be a universal ammo type. Okay. And the Ion Beam accelerators we need to hold on to because they give us access to a couple of items. I mean, we can recycle it. I believe they're used in Gauss. So that might require a second research. Ion Sidearm? It's just a new weapon type. Alright, never mind. Hold on. Is it... No? I swear it was this. Gauss? Gauss pistol? Okay, I guess it requires... magnetic navigation. Odd. That's fine. We just need to hold on to all the components. This takes a fair amount of time to research, but nothing outrageous. Rest of this looks good. I'm not... Well, I will sell... No, but the corpses have... a use, right? Yeah. Which means we have to hold on to all of this. Score-wise, great. Stat-wise, good. Lost 1. I mean... Probably should have lost more, but... I am more than okay with this. And did this despawn yet? No. Is it possible for us to still make it over there with our fuel? I doubt it. We'll go hour by hour here and see if we... I was not expecting to be able to make it to that. Welcome aboard. That is not what I wanted to hit. I want the equipment inventory. 1 and 1. I am not strong. This will do. We don't have any extra... No. Okay. We do have a jet harpoon. I'm not sure who has the best accuracy. There's a couple people in competition for best accuracy. You have the better reactions. There you go. We will put this as number 3 since we're slowly going to phase it in. I would like to replace the ADS as soon as possible, but there's 10 days of missions that we're going to have to get through first. Which means we should be able to do this unless the timer continues ticking down, which somehow it didn't. Okay, we're doing this too. I expected to spend a lot more time playing this episode, but this is... I mean, we could encounter 10 missions here. What is this? Alien presence. It says it in the middle of my screen. Okay. Good for us. We have equipment. We are... Oh, come on. Are they looking at us? Yes, of course they are, because it's superhuman. So what I'm gonna do... somewhere in here, I'm ignoring this one. We only dropped 2 grenades, we've only dropped 2 grenades. Hopefully that's good enough. I don't know how far they can see. You are alive. Okay, go ahead and take the opportunity to shoot this thing. Did we get 2 hits of 0? Oh, okay. We're gonna go ahead and shoot at this thing. And if we can kill this one for points, great. If we can't... oh well. Oh boy. You should swap positions. That's a shame. Can you fire again? No, of course not. Okay. Snapshot. Guys, I really need you to kill this thing. Oh, it shot you again. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave. Well, anyway, we have shotguns now. Equipment, shotguns. I don't know that I ever really want more than 4 of these at a time, but if we get a base invasion, shotguns are going to be useful against most of the aliens. Anything without armor. Oh, it's the one at the very top. And I do think we want 12. I think we want... what's your ammo look like? 6... no, that's pellets. 5 clip. Yeah, okay. So I do want 3 spare, or 3 total, 2 spare. For a shotgun. I don't know that I'm ever going to get more than 4. At least on this thing. But that is fine. Also, I mentioned the alien containment and I completely forgot about it. Do we have the alien containment? I probably need to research a corpse for that, don't I? Hold on, if I go in here... is there some info in here? No? I don't see anything. Yeah, so there's nothing. It would appear as though... does this give us... no... We have Aquatoid corpses now, which gives us alien containment, which we haven't researched yet. Okay, so we will need to research the Aquatoid corpse, which I'll go ahead and queue. Mutant good. They're stronger and dumber, was the summary of this from the test run. You can go ahead and pause this if you want to read through the full thing. Yeah, and they worship. But they worshipped the drowned god. Which I don't know if I'm going to research. I will queue it. Yeah, it takes a little while. It probably affects game progression in some way, but... well, it doesn't say that it does. Kind of want the Aquatoid corpse. We've researched... not supercavitating submarine. Today is the 24th. So I don't think I'm going to be done with flying submarines, but I should be able to finish it near the start of the month. I almost want to research this for the sake of getting new missions to spawn. But at the same time, that could just make my life harder. So I think we start with a corpse. Well, do we want the corpse? I kind of want the new craft. I think we want the flying submarine. I think that just makes everything easier. So we're going to start here. Why I have a Discord ping is not important. Construction of wide array sonar. That is great. This would have been great 25 days ago when we started building it too, but that's fine. What's the upkeep of this thing? 10k. I'm not going to worry about dismantling it then. Doesn't cost all that much. Excellent. Okay, awesome. Super short episode, that's what I needed. Because I don't have as much time as I'd like. And is there anything noteworthy here? I don't think so. Nobody's mad. We're up to 2.3 mil. Okay, we didn't even need to recruit new soldiers. Though I do think we lost like 2 this episode. Hold on. Hold on. First off, we have 5 training capacity. Let's do that before I... okay, yeah, a couple of people are wounded. Purchase recruit, we're down to 12, so we did lose 2 this episode, which means next time I will probably need to recruit more people, but I believe I will do that on a stream instead. I just saved the game. But yeah, as per standard here, I'm only going to do 1 month per episode. And if I ever complete a month during an episode, we end it there. Which means sometimes we have some awkward episode structures, but yeah, it's fine. Which, I mean, I'm just glad we had a positive score. The USO that was actually landed we could get to was great. Hopefully we'll have jet harpoons. That'll make life quite a bit easier. We need the Triton. We need... I guess we probably need the gas harpoon at this... not gas cannon at this point, huh? We need more research, as is often the case in XCOM. We probably want to build a lab. It'll be done by the end of the month. Yeah, alternating between lab and scientist is probably the way to go for these early months. We also are going to want more engineers. We want at least 30, I'd say. We're not going to be able to use all of them for the Triton project, but we want to be able to use as many engineers as physically possible. And going up to 30 will make all of our various cheap equipment much faster to manufacture. But yeah, it's going to be the episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you whenever the next episode comes out. Or maybe for a stream. We'll see.